Well, we got Onyx the kitten here. He's my most rambunctious little boy cat we got. Boy, this guy's a great little cat. I got a couple of these. These are from Bud K. There was a 2-for-1 BOGO special. It's a machete, and you can see how the machete goes in the sheath. And this one's still wrapped up. See that? And instead of being out of stainless steel, hey little guy, you're a great little cat, buddy. Instead of being out of stainless steel, it's out of I think it's 1065 carbon steel, like spring steel. So I mean, you get like a K-bar. I think it's 1095 with a little more chromium vanadium in it, and 1095 carbon steel is really good. 1065's got more spring to it, so you might need it's the perfect machete blade. Now the thing is, I saw this. I said, "Boy, this is a knife that's like low dollar for sure," but it doesn't mean it's bad. And for I think $45 for 2 of them, plus shipping, you can't go wrong. Like I got this before for $10. This is a good knife too. This is it's stainless steel. It's OS 8 stainless steel, which is actually pretty good stuff. Not the OS 6, OS 8. And the only disadvantage to this blade was I didn't like the way, even though they call it full tang, basically they had a bolt welded to the blade that went up to about there, and then there was a bolt welded to it. That makes it full tang. What I did though is I took it apart, JB welded it, and I mixed up JB weld, so this whole handle and everything is all locked in like one piece, so it really is like full tang. And this came for $10 together. That's from like Bud K and CH Goodell down in Georgia. But they were selling these, and this handle seems like it's a pretty cushy handle, man. But this is like the typical, olive blade or something. And not to say that I'm a fan of, that that stuff, but it's a very practical blade. It's like a knife or a Bowie knife. I know it's got the big legend behind it. But if you want something really big to chop through something, you either want an axe or you want this kind of machete. See how thick that thing is? This thing's got a lot of weight behind it. This damn thing is like an axe. It's very, very close to an axe. And being that it's not stainless steel, I mean, stainless steel's got its advantages. It don't rust and all that kind of garbage. OS 8 stainless steel is pretty good stuff. Not that expensive, but even OS 6 is not bad. But OS 8 is it's a pretty good, decent quality stainless steel. No matter how you slice it. But the thing is, carbon steel is really the way to go. And if you put like transmission fluid on or something like that, a little light coat of that stuff, that'll keep it from rusting. That actually even cleans off the rust. You don't need anything. Transmission fluid, actually, just a light coat of that stuff. And since the handle is like a wrapped up leather, if the handle gets screwed up, just get some leather and wrap it up again, damn it. I mean, it's not a big deal, It should have plenty of shock absorption. If it doesn't have enough shock absorption, just wrap up some more leather. And this thing is truly full tang. It's got the lanyard hold on it. The sheath, I mean, for 20-something bucks, you can't beat this. The sheath isn't bad. It's got like this, where you can get it out of there pretty quick. It's got a big, it's got a good-sized belt loop on it. And instead of just being sewn, it's got the rivets. Actually, I use some of the ones that were sewn on like this. This was sewn on. I used stainless steel washer and a structural rivet, and I put my own rivet in there to make sure it doesn't come apart. And actually, if you ever break this threads on here, like sometimes you might screw them up down here, get your Speedy Stitcher awl, which I've shown in other videos. Just like search this channel, Speedy Stitcher awl, and it's got some really heavy waxed cord, polyester cord, real heavy, and you can just redo that again. And I'm going to be spraying this down with Kiwi waterproofing stuff. And this will probably go and one of these is going to go on my El Camino, and one of them is going to go on my Suzuki El Camino. Right there. One's going in there, and one's going in that Suzuki. I actually already have a big knife in there too. But that's, to me, this is a machete that, you know, I have an S-Wing Made in USA machete, and it's a very good machete too. It's got a saw top on it too. It's more money though. I mean, you can't beat this for. This is a good thing to have in a car. The only thing is, you got to watch if your state says, "Oh, you a knife." Like in the southern states, I mean, most of the states, except for like, you know, South California or something. I mean, you could be walking down the street with a sword practically. I mean, in Georgia, wait a minute, you got a limit on a 5-inch blade, I think it is. Like a lot of, but still, even that, if you get a concealed weapon, you get a weapons permit, you can walk down the street with that damn thing. I'm pretty sure of it. The southern states are far more lenient on knives, and I always look at them like, you know, not the Hollywood garbage, because Hollywood's the one that gave the bad rap to everything. You know, a knife definitely, or a machete or an axe is definitely a tool. You know, and you know, if you're gonna do something bad, you can take a tree branch and make it into a sharp end or something like that, and temper the wood, like they used to do back in the caveman days, or before, even after that. You know, you can temper wood, believe it or not. You know. Get some hardwood, and you have a nice big long spear, 15 feet, 10 feet, or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you're going to do something bad, you're going to do something bad. I mean, you got to have morals. You got to have, that's what the 10 Commandments are for. So, you know, I'm putting that out here too, because, you know, it seems like it's so, you know, let me put it this way. I'm making this video with my cell phone, right? And there's apps you can download on your cell phone, and it does that. What you need to do with a knife or a machete or an axe, you can't download an app for. You can play games with, there's a knife app game or something, or a machete app game, but if you need to cut some wood or get through some area or do something with the damn thing, you're not going to be downloaded on your iPhone. So these things, and actually this technology is going to be around for many decades after, you know, all the other tech is gone, because I used to be more into this tech stuff. Now I usually just going off on a tangent here, but you know, I stopped buying the latest tech and actually buy used stuff that's in great condition, because it's markedly discounted. I noticed that I have knives from 40 years ago that are in still great shape, and I got stuff that's computer techie stuff. It's 2 years old and it's already outdated junk. So, what do you want to invest your money in, right? you know what I'm saying? But CH Cadell and Bud K does have some very good deals. This was cool. This was only $10 when I bought this, believe it or not, with the utility knife. And this one is a very good knife when you JB weld and epoxy all this stuff together. This one, I'm just going to, and like these, you can use the big pull-through sharpener. I have a pull-through sharpener that works for axes and machetes. I don't get fancy with all the, you know, stones and all that garbage, because, you know, I'm not that fussy. This is not a very expensive blade, but 1065 stainless steel is going to be very chip resistant, break resistant. It's perfect machete. It's the classic machete blade material. This is kind of a heavy machete. It's more like an axe. And, you know, yes, you could choke up on it too. You could do this. You can wrap the blade up. I mean, actually, theoretically, I guess if you're really smart with this, you can wrap it up over here too, and use it as a big knife. You know, it's comfortable to hold this way too. Anyway, but yeah, you're not going to break this thing too damn easy at all. Not at all. It's like, you know, simple manufacturing technique. That's really all you need. So where's it made? I don't know. Forged Road Warrior or something. But you know, this type of blade actually, with the curve like that, actually it'll chop through wood better than a straight blade. And it's a fantastic deal. So, you know, I highly advise people to invest in these things, because you know, if you have food, shelter, clothing, and fire for heat, you know, give it enough time. As long as you got food, clothing, shelter, you could take like an axe or even something like this. You can make a massive, I mean, even if you got crappy shelter, you can make a massive anything out of this. You can make your crude furniture out of this, your crude benches. You can make, you know, you can start cutting up smaller, you can even cut up smaller logs with that damn thing, for crying out loud. It's a huge blade. It's not, it's sort of like a machete axe in a way. And again, this seems like it has some pretty good balance to it, actually. It's a little, you know, you can hold it either way. But if you're going to chop, I guess, with it more like this, just wrap it up. But there's nothing really going to break on this, except watch out for rust. Watch out for rust. Keep some, you know, keep a light coat of trans oil on there or something, transmission oil. Like WD-40, this lightweight oil doesn't really hold up that well. Transmission oil, really, or a light coat of grease. Marine grade wheel bearing grease, very light coat. That'll keep this thing from screwing up. And you know, if you really want to get fussy with it, you can, I got a sandblaster, a cheap one. I can chemically clean it, sandblast it, and coat it with, not truck bed lining, but chassis saver. And that stuff wouldn't come off of there too easy at all. So if you want to modify it and even make it better, you could do that too. Alright, so the deals are around here, man. You got to support these little vendors, not these big box stores. You can go to Walmart, you're not going to find that kind of stuff. They don't sell this stuff over there. C.H. Goodell's out of Georgia, or Bud K. Order a lot of stuff from those guys, actually. They're pretty damn good. Yeah, I was just using this on this pretty much petrified tree stump here. It is pretty strong. That's some hard ass wood, man. That's not, this wood is hard. I was trying to cut into it with the chainsaw and make some X's, and I was like, with a brand new blade. And this thing too, you can pry with it. You might want to wear a glove when you're wearing this, using this. Just a little more shock absorption. It's not the best handle in the world, but it's still not bad. I think, you know, if you got a glove on, even a simple glove like this. But this is some damn hard wood, man. I'm not hitting it right, but like I said, it was you with the chainsaw with a new blade and using kind of near the tip with a lot of oil on it, was throwing up some sparks. That's how hard this damn wood was. It's an oak, and it's not rotted out. It's sort of like halfway petrified. So this thing seems to be pretty strong. Pretty strong. It's got a lot more heft to it. It feels almost like you're, you know, using an axe versus using a machete. So I was kind of messing around with this thing. But, you know, really, if you're cutting some wood like this, you want to have it up against something where it's not on a soft ground where it bounces. But this is oak too. So it's sort of like an axe. But like I said, you don't want to be putting this on a soft ground, because then it'll bounce, you know. Another thing you can put on this blade, especially if you don't use it in a while, is stick some fluid film on it. Just real, I mean, it takes like a 1 second squirt on each side and you got it covered. So That's what I'm going to do. This is going in that Suzuki SJ413, Jimny 1300. It's like a Samurai. I'm going to keep it in there. And actually, you hear all these sirens. Those are old people getting get taken away by the medical system. Ding, 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 we're making money. You know what I mean? God. Actually, to tell you the truth, on the side note, I notice a lot of these old people when I'm in Walmart, man, they're freaking buying vitamins left and right. Not the right ones, because they're Walmart brand, but they're smart to do that. If you're talking about survival, hey, vitamins and minerals and herbs and eating good. Even more so than machetes and axes and stuff. Eating good. You can hear another one, a third one coming by. Yay! We're going to make money. Every time I hear a siren, man, I know that's the medical establishment going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I'm more scared of them than anybody. I'm here from the government. I'm here to help. Oh, here's my Onyx again. Hey, Onyx. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You stay here close to the house away from them cars, man. They're way out there, though. They sound like they're close, but they're not. They're pretty far out. It's just noisy. Right, Onyx? Good cat, buddy. He's a meow meow, huh? Sweetie pie.